I know that I am the most biased person to be making a video on Roquan Smith. But I also think it makes the video hilarious and that it just makes it all the more prevalent. Hey guys, it's Phil from PR Moves and I'm recording this at 3 a.m. So I will probably be raising the volume of this video in post. I'm making this video because I saw a tweet that asked people to rank the top 10 inside linebackers in football. And the results of that tweet did not put Roquan Smith in the top 10 a lot, which I found very disappointing. Okay. In case you're unaware, because it seems a lot of people are, Roquan Smith was drafted 8th overall by the Bears in 2018. And he was drafted out of Georgia. He was a very raw athletic prospect, and he was our second inside linebacker for all of 2018. He was the backup inside linebacker behind Danny Trevathan. And even as the backup inside linebacker in 2018, he finished with 121 tackles, 5 sacks, an interception, and 5 passes defended. Like, he's not a scrub. He's never been a scrub. He's always been one of the, but even his rookie year was a top 10 year for the middle linebacker position. And then his second year, where he only played 12 games, he was on pace to lead the league in tackles. Got 101 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 2 interceptions. And then his first full season as the starting middle linebacker in Chicago, he gets 139 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, 7 passes defended, 2 interceptions, and 4 sacks. And he's not top 10. He should be the best middle linebacker in all of football. He is the best middle linebacker in all of football, and I could even argue that he's a top 10 defender in all of football, and that he's close to dethroning Khalil Mack as the best defender on the Chicago Bears. That is how confident I am in Roquan Smith. The impact he has on the Chicago Bears defense is something that you don't see by most middle linebackers on a field, especially a Bears defense that has moved away from relying on the front 7 and has moved to relying on Roquan Smith. How do you think he got 18 tackles for loss? That was third or fourth in the league this past year, and he was competing with Aaron Donald and TJ Watt, who are edge defenders and defensive linemen. Roquan Smith's in the middle linebacker. He's also one of the best coverage players in the entire NFL. The entire NFL. He had the 4th best passer rating allowed in the entire NFL. 59.6 passer rating. And yeah, both of his interceptions were on Mike Glennon, but he also created 2 other interceptions throughout the season. So, sure. Also, it's minimum 50 targets, so it's not like he was only targeted 25 times. He's a good coverage guy. I think it's just... Here's the thing. I'm making this video because I'm angry, and I'm not really showing it. But here's the thing. When you have such a generational player on your team, especially a team like the Bears, where linebackers are like candy, where like it just keeps popping up. We had Butkus, Singletary, Wilbur Marshall, Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, Bronco Nagurski. Like, we get linebackers, and you can still tell Roquan Smith is a generational guy. He will be going down as one of the best linebackers in Bears history if he keeps this up. Of course, he needs a contract extension. He's going into his 4th year. He's only going into his 3rd year as the starter, where guys like Darius Leonard and Fred Warner have been the starters since their rookie seasons. So that's... And you might be sitting there and saying, oh, okay. Yeah, this Roquan Smith guy's good, but Fred Warner's the best linebacker in football. Yeah, there you go. I think that's every important stat. And I know that if this video blows up, the response is going to be, stats aren't everything. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. Stats aren't everything when you're comparing tackles. That didn't even have tackles. You want to see one with tackles? Comparing Fred Warner and Roquan Smith? There it is. Here it is. It doesn't get any better for Fred Warner. And he's better than Darius Leonard too. And if you still think, oh, yeah, Roquan Smith's great, but those guys they're better in coverage. By the way, I already showed you the coverage stats. He has a 63% completion percentage allowed, which is 10th for linebackers. Room for improvement. He has, already showed you the passer rating, 4th best in the NFL, minimum 50 targets. A 9th in the NFL, minimum 100 targets. A negative 27.6 target EPA, which is efficiency passing, which is by far the best for linebackers, just miles ahead. And he had 7 pass breakups this past season. So again, in just 3 seasons, Roquan Smith is top 5 among linebackers in tackles for loss. He's averaging 10 tackles for loss per season for the middle linebacker spot. I really need to go on with this. I just showed you film. I just showed you every single stat possible to show you that Roquan Smith is the best middle linebacker in football and one of the best defenders in football. And I know none of you, if you're not a Bears fan, are even going to believe me. So, I don't know. Post stats in the comments. I would love to make a follow-up to this at some point, and I can't wait to see. I'm really interested to have some sort of dialogue. So, I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace out. See you guys in the next video.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched